Before we begin, welcome to day 54 of our Slow English Challenge. If you are still here, still listening, still improving your English day by day, you are already proving something very important. You are not waiting for motivation. You are building consistency, and that is powerful. If these daily stories help you grow, gently subscribe to the channel, stay with us, and write in the comments, what subject do you truly want to master? Now, take a slow breath, relax your shoulders, and listen carefully. Chapter 1. The Student Who is Tired of Starting Over. There is a level of study discipline that makes academic failure almost impossible, not because the student is a genius, not because they love studying, but because they follow a system that does not depend on feelings. Priya was 22 years old, a second-year medical student, intelligent enough to enter medical school, but completely unable to study consistently. Every semester started the same way. She created the perfect study schedule. Week 1, she followed it perfectly and felt proud. Week 2, she began missing small sessions. Week 3, the structure collapsed. Week 4, she gave up completely. Months of chaos followed by 1 week of panic studying before exams. She passed, but she did not learn, and slowly she began to feel something dangerous. She was surviving medicine, not mastering it. Chapter 2. The Samurai Who Studied Without Mood. One night, after failing an anatomy exam, Priya searched online for help. She found a story about a 17th century samurai named Miyamoto Musashi. He had no formal education, no teachers, no school, yet he mastered sword fighting, strategy, painting, and philosophy through self-study. Before he died, he wrote his principles in a book called The Book of Five Rings. One line changed everything for Priya. The warrior who studies only when he feels ready will lose his first battle. Musashi did not study when motivated. He studied every single day. Same time, same structure. No excuses. And that was the first lesson. Study must not depend on mood. Study must depend on structure. Chapter 3. Structure over motivation. Priya realized she had been waiting to feel like studying, but feelings are unstable. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. If your discipline depends on emotion, it will disappear when emotion disappears. So she made one simple rule. Every day at 6 p.m., she would study for 2 hours. No negotiation, no discussion with herself, no maybe today. Just show up. The first days were uncomfortable. She did not feel motivated. She did not feel inspired. But she showed up anyway. And something surprising happened. After 1 week of structure-based study, she had studied more consistently than in the last 3 months combined. Because structure does not require emotion, it only requires presence. Chapter 4. Form creates focus. But consistency alone was not enough. She noticed her mind still wandered during study, so she adopted another principle from Musashi: perfect form. Before every session, she sat straight. She took 3 slow breaths. She said her goal out loud. I will master this topic. She read 1 paragraph, closed the book, spoke from memory, checked mistakes, repeated. This simple ritual forced her mind to participate. She could not pretend to study. She had to engage, and slowly her focus became stronger. Not because she felt focused, but because the form demanded focus. Chapter 5. One subject at a time. Before, Priya studied 5 subjects every day: anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, pathology, and biochemistry. She touched everything, but mastered nothing. Musashi taught something different. The warrior who practices 10 techniques masters none. The warrior who practices 1 technique deeply becomes unstoppable. So Priya chose 1 subject at a time. For 6 weeks, she studied only anatomy, deeply, slowly, completely. Her classmates said she was crazy, but when the exam came, she scored at the top of her class, not because she studied more hours, but because she studied with concentration instead of confusion. Chapter 6. Repetition until permanent. She also changed how she studied. Before, she read and highlighted. Now, she read, closed the book, and wrote everything from memory. Again, and again, and again. Reading creates familiarity. Repetition creates mastery. One concept repeated 10 times is stronger than 10 concepts read once. Her study sessions became slower, but what she learned stayed. Weeks later, she still remembered everything clearly. That is the power of deliberate repetition. Chapter 7. Maintain what you master. Finally, she created a review system. Day after learning, short review. 1 week later, short review. 1 month later, short review. This prevented forgetting. Knowledge became permanent, and after 4 months, Priya was a different student. She was calm, consistent, disciplined. Not because she became more motivated, but because she built a system that made discipline automatic. Final reflection. Day 54. Here's the truth. You are not undisciplined. Your system is undisciplined. When you rely on motivation, you fail. When you rely on structure, you succeed. Structure replaces mood. Form creates focus. Concentration creates mastery. Repetition creates permanence, and maintenance prevents forgetting. And now, on day 54, I want to encourage you. If you are listening every day, if you are improving your English slowly, if you are showing up even when tired, you are already building a system, and that matters more than talent. Don't wait to feel ready. Choose your study time. Show up tomorrow. Just 1 hour, one subject, one clear structure. The transformation does not begin with emotion. It begins with decision. I will see you tomorrow for day 55. Keep going, slowly, calmly, consistently.